So in this video I'm talking about the Itch to Stitch, I think it is the Orono top? Is that how you say it? Oh, I'm terrible at these things. So this pattern company was, I didn't hear about it until I believe Claire from Penguin and Pears did a review on one of their patterns. So that's how I heard about it. So it's got a stand-up collar, so these raglan sleeves with a shoulder dart, which is kind of strange, but that's kind of cool. It's kind of, it says it's supposed to be a high-low hem, but I don't really see that much. And then it has these inseam pockets, so again I'll just be overlaying all this stuff. So it's designed for a knit with some body, or they say structured knits. So I'm going to assume that means like ponte or something, terry, or something that's not like rayon knit. But I feel like this isn't usually a pattern I would try. I got the fabric from Homecraft, textiles, I believe. Oh, I don't know the name. But it's actually a polar fleece, and it doesn't actually have a lot of stretch. It has more of a give to it. But I actually made this just in a size up to what I would make if I had a knit fabric, or a stretchy knit fabric. Because this is technically knit, but yeah, it's not very stretchy. So yeah, it still worked, even though this fabric isn't particularly stretchy. And I really like that these patterns are layered. So I didn't know about layered patterns until I think Claire mentioned them and a few other YouTubers mentioned them. But if you don't know what that is, it actually just means if you only want to print size 4, you can untick all the sizes and you can just print size 4. So you're not like looking at the paper like, is that the line? Do I cut that line? Is it? No, then you just print one size. Or you can print a few sizes at once. So I think that's quite useful, and I want to buy every pattern that is layered now. It wasn't even something that I realised. But yeah, I just thought it'd be really cozy for the winter. Winter's just finished here, so it's still a little bit cold. But we've got a few more days, I think. I don't know if I would recommend this to a complete beginner because it has some strange seams and whatnot, but the instructions were quite good, so if you're a confident beginner, I would do it. It has these really cool pockets though, which are kind of like, instead of having a pocket bag, the pockets are stitched to, I don't know if you can see that, they're stitched to the fronts, which I found is quite cool, and I like that it has pockets. It's got pockets, you know. The only thing that I found, because I didn't make a stretchy enough knit, is getting it over my head with this bit. Like, it's actually taller. See, that's actually taller. I've just folded it in half. Just like prefer it that way. But I have to pull it a bit. But it gets over my head, but it's just not as comfortable as if it did have a good stretch to it. So maybe one of the polar fleeces from Spotlight would be better. I've seen some of them and they've got a bit more stretch and give than this one. This is quite firm. You might actually recognise this fabric from somewhere. Can you think? Actually, in probably the previous video I probably showed it as well, but on my Instagram, I'll show you a picture. Right before I made this, I was like, oh, I'll use this fleece as my background. So I did. So this is from that background, and now it's a sweater, or a jumper, or a top. They call this a top. I don't think this is a top. This is a sweater, to me. But yeah, I think because it's quite a firm fabric, it has quite a sharp sort of edge, but I think it would look cool in something that's a little bit softer, and then it has sort of more of a flow to it. But I do think this would be a really good one for winter and the people who are in the opposite season to me, maybe going into autumn. The only thing I got a little bit confused on was the pockets, because I didn't realise that there was no pocket bag and it was like sewn to it, and I was just a little bit. The only thing I don't like about the instructions is like they're like small and like on one page and like a few boxes. I just don't like that layout. It's a bit more like, what's that? But you know, it's not that difficult, and if you have been sewing for a while, you'll be fine. But if you are a beginner, I mean, I probably would give it a go. Definitely in a more stable knit fabric if you do use a knit fabric, not like a lightweight or super stretchy. It does believe that it does need to have, I feel like it did say 20 to 30% stretch, which this doesn't, but again, I just made a size up. Yeah, obviously just not rayon or something, not something with too much straight. And because I have such a small bust, it's quite fine that there's no stretch there. I don't really have much, but I do think if you did have quite a big bust, you'd have to look at the finished measurements if you don't want to use a full-on stretch fabric, to think about that. Yeah, I quite like the raglan detail on the side. Do you like this colour on me? I'm not sure about this colour. But yeah, it's a very cozy pattern. I would actually totally recommend. I will link it below. It will be an affiliate link. If you don't know what affiliate links is, watch my previous video. It's just a way you can support me as a subscriber, as well as they've got heaps of other patterns on their website. They've got quite a lot. I did get another one, I can't remember the name, I'll look at it. Oh, the Dana point top. That one's very interesting. It looks like it's got some, I don't know if those are pleats or tucks, or I don't know what you call those. Darts maybe? Yeah, pleated they call it. But yeah, I was interested in that one, so that was quite interesting. So that's everything I have for this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!